What's up, Badass Nerds? I have a message for the Season 3 premiere of Riverdale. Dear Riverdale, what in the actual fuck? Alright, first things first, I'm the realist. I want to start by apologizing for not having a video up on Monday. I was able to have a video up on Monday for the past month now, and I was sick and I had no strength inside me to get anything done, so I didn't get any editing done. So my apologies. I let myself down more than I let anyone else down, let's be real. Second thing, I finally got to watch the Season 3 premiere of Riverdale. And what? I fucking can't. Alright, I'm gonna get into that. But I'm just hoping against all hope that I can have this up, edited, and all that, and up by tomorrow during the day so that people get a chance to watch it before the second episode comes on tomorrow night. So, let's get into this shit. Yeah. Okay, seriously, how many psychotic mysteries is this town gonna have to go through? Because in the series premiere of Season 3, they're already introducing some kind of cult phenomenon. So I'm not saying that I don't like the show. I do like it. It's addicting and it draws you in, and seeing Cole Sprouse get back into the acting game as Jughead is a gift in and of itself. But the show is starting to take itself way too fucking seriously. The very first episode of Season 3 takes us through Archie's murder trial. Veronica's father, Hiram Lodge, has framed him for killing Cassidy Bullock, who, if you don't remember, I don't blame you. He was the guy who tried to rob Archie, Veronica, Betty, and Jughead when they were staying at the Lodge's private lodge. Yes, I see how redundant that is, and it is an irritating oversight on the show's behalf. In this first episode of Season 3, an inordinate amount of separate plots are laid out for the season to come. Let's count them, shall we? Number 1. Archie stupidly and irritatingly takes a plea bargain to serve 2 years in juvenile detention because the jury is hung on his trial, and he doesn't want to put his family and friends through another trial just because his first trial led to a mistrial. Fucking idiot. Ever the valiant hero, eh, Archie? Why are the heroes so fucking stupid sometimes? If people love you, they're gonna do what they can for you. You just made them all miserable by sending yourself to fucking juvenile hall, you fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Number 2. The Ghoulies, who now claim to own the South Side, declare war on the Serpents and the entire north side of Riverdale. Why? Because Cheryl's giant, red-lipped, ginger ass can't sit the fuck down and not shoot a dude in the arm with a bow and arrow. Lip injections much, you giant, red-lipped freak? God, she's annoying. Number 3. Dilton Doily, who is a fairly large part of the mystery in Season 1 and an avid Boy Scout, comes to Jughead about a game he and his friend Ben have been playing. The first time we see them playing it, he and Ben are very secretive about the game, and it seems like some Dungeons and Dragons bullshit. The day of Archie's trial decision, Dilton comes to Jughead's trailer to speak to him about it, but Jughead has to leave him there because he has to go be there for Archie. Before Jughead leaves, though, Dilton expresses his concern about the game being real and some character/creature known as the Cargo King being behind it all. When Jughead returns home, he finds Dilton gone, of course, and a rolled up map on his table. He follows the map into the woods and finds Dilton and his friend Ben bowed down and unconscious with these symbols carved into their back in front of this bull's skull on a stick with candles surrounding them as if it were some sort of cult ritual. Jughead turns Ben over to find him with green foam frothing from his mouth, and he's barely alive. Jughead, of course, screams for help in this vast expanse of woods that he's in, instead of just calling 911 immediately. Seriously, Jughead? I expected so much more of you. You're supposed to be the smart one. But then again, so is Dilton, so. Number 4. After hearing her mother babble on about a man named Edgar, who sounds to be some sort of wellness therapist who's been helping her through her husband's betrayal, arrest, and multiple homicides, Betty comes home late one night to find her older sister and her mother in front of a fire in the backyard, surrounded by a few other strange looking people. Her mother and sister each hold one of her sister's twins and raise them up over the fire. Betty begins to scream as she sees them let go of the children, but stops in her tracks when she sees that the babies begin to float above the fire. Upon seeing this, Betty begins to seize and shake uncontrollably until she falls to the ground. Her mother sees this, runs to her, and holds her in her arms, shouting no to the heavens. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen when you fuck with witchcraft, you psychotic bitch? Let me just say that I know the continuity of this video has been ruined. It was due to a shitty McDonald's chicken sandwich and a stomach ache, and it is now the next day. But I gotta press on and try to get this edited so I can put it out at a decent time before the second episode of Riverdale Season 3 airs tonight. So let's do this shit. Okay, so those 4 were just the large plot points. There are so many other underlying plot points that are smaller but are going to make such a big difference in the show, such as Archie and Jughead's father and the former sheriff of the town band together and vow to prove that Hiram Lodge framed Archie for murder so that they can get him out of trouble and out of juvie. Veronica disowning her father. I'm sure Hiram's gonna take that well. Veronica's mother, Hermione, explaining to Veronica that though she doesn't agree with what Hiram is doing, she feels like she has to pretend to, because though Veronica will never be harmed by Hiram because that is his daughter, she doesn't feel that she has the same guarantee. So she fears for her life, but she doesn't want to leave her daughter in Hiram's corrupted hands. So though she fears for her life, she stays for her daughter, even though that woman's fucking track record for being a good person is not great. Also, I'm pretty sure some shit is gonna go down with Cheryl because she is fucking crazier than ever this season. She quotes that she's ready to raise hell, and after shooting a dude with a bow and arrow, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna escalate from there. Okay, Riverdale, we see you coming up in October with some weird witchcraft shit. But here's the thing, October doesn't last forever, and you have these witchcraft and cult scenarios that cannot be undone or unseen. The thing most on my mind after everything I've seen in episode 1 of season 3, though, has nothing to do with any of these big plot points or scenarios. No, the thing most on my mind is whose parent is going to be the murderer this season. I mean, first there's Mr. Blossom, and then there's Mr. Cooper, and we all already know that Hiram Lodge is like a mob boss who has people murdered all the time. So the question on my mind is, who's next? Maybe it's just me, but when I think of Riverdale, all I can think of is bad parenting. I mean, really. All their parents are just god-awful. Either they're murderers, or they're harboring murderers, or they make their kids feel like shit all the time. Even Betty's sister is starting out early on the shitty parent train. I mean, who holds their baby over a raging fire? Michael Jackson got shit for holding his baby over a balcony, and he didn't let go. I mean, even if the babies did end up floating, who puts their baby over a fire? You're boiling them on the inside. You're cooking their innards. The only good parents on the show are Archie's, and his mother's barely ever around, so God knows if she's actually good. I mean, she did bail on her son to become some hotshot lawyer in some other city. All the parents on the show seem bipolar to me. Every parent basically treats their kid like shit, and then every once in a while they have these moments of happiness and clarity and realize how shitty they've been treating their children. And then the next episode, they go back to treating their kids just as shitty as they did in the first place. I mean, no wonder Betty has some fucked up, insane dark side, and Jughead is depressed and suicidal half the time. So, that's what's on my mind for this season. Whose parent is going to wind up being the murderer next? The show is getting a tiny bit predictable, yet wildly unpredictable at the same time. Guess we'll just have to see. My prediction? I'm guessing that Betty's mother becomes some brainwashed cult member and starts killing off everybody that Edgar deems unfit to be alive. I mean, that's just where my head's at this point. Because we all know somebody's parents gotta be a murderer. I don't know. Maybe Archie's mom is secretly evil, or decides to become a vigilante because her son was framed for murder. But I'm leaning more towards Betty's mom being a psycho, because she was always pretty crazy in the first place, right? Tell me. Go ahead and share your thoughts in the comments below. Is Riverdale becoming too predictable and unpredictable for you too? I don't know. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you're not already. If you are subscribed, hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button so you can be notified every time I post a video. Because you know you want to. Keep being badass, keep being nerdy. Much love, and peace out, y'all.